All right, welcome back to Cricket for Americans. Nick here, and first of all, it's been a long time since the live stream. Thank you so much for joining us today, whether you're watching this live or you're watching the recorded video. And as I am introducing myself, Jadeja gives up a boundary to Bairstow, and this is there's so much to talk about, but this is the most dangerous partnership in my opinion. Root and Bairstow. Bairstow has been a monster his last several tests. Root is Root. He's always a monster. I know you can say Stokes is very dangerous and this or that, but this partnership is the most dangerous partnership England has. And they have a target. Okay? Their target is 378. Ooh, Bairstow. He lives by the sword. He dies by the sword. They need, what is it? They need 264 runs. Okay, 264 runs. But just a few minutes ago, just after tea, just a few minutes ago, they had only lost one wicket. They had 9 wickets in hand. They've lost 2 quick wickets. They got Lees out when he was on past a half century. They got him on a run out. And Kohli's running around like a maniac, which I love to see. He's running around going crazy like he's never played cricket before. He's got that enthusiasm. He's got that moxie. I love seeing his celebration. Jadeja Shami connected with that run out there of Lees. But then they also got the second wicket. Since T just came back. 2 very, very quick wickets. And now you got the 2 biggest wickets of all. You got Root. You got Bairstow. Bumrah's already the captain. Bumrah. We'll get to that in a little bit too. I gloat a little bit there. Bumrah's already got himself 2 wickets. But this is, of course, the postponed match, the made-up match from the 5th test that got postponed way, way back when. And when was that? That was this year, right? Or was that last year? Oh, my goodness gracious. I can't remember. I think it was this year. It seems like forever ago. And they're going to get a run on that off Bumrah. Fielded kind of junkly there. But this is the postponed match. This is the 4th day. This could possibly end today here on this live stream. I'm going to be here for the rest of the day here for the 3rd session. We checking it out. I hope you're going to check it out with me. If you are just getting in, thank you so much. Don't forget to like this video. First and foremost, don't forget to subscribe if you're brand new. Ankit, the doctor, Kush, Varun, what is happening? Everybody, I hope where you're at, you're safe, you're happy, you're healthy, you're doing great. I'm excited to see what's going to happen here. Am I rooting for India over England? Yes, I am, but I like both these teams a whole lot. Just like India a little bit more. And Bairstow, he's a dangerous man. Oh, my goodness gracious, he's a dangerous man. What's up, Ibrahim? I am doing fantastic. Got my breakfast here. So good to see your name, Kush. Thank you. Ooh, bringing out a bunch of twigs here for them to choose from. Did he break his bat? Don't see that too often. Don't see that too often. That's the run out right there. They're showing the replay. I'm watching this on Willow. Kohli is just losing his mind. Let's talk about Captain Bumrah for a minute. Can I get a chance to gloat just a little bit? Because I had said on this channel not too long ago, I had said I can see Bumrah as the captain of the test squad. I had said that. And I get there's extenuating circumstances. I get Rohit's not there right now. I get that, Kohli's he's not going to get given the captaincy. I get KL Rahul's not healthy. I get a lot of different things going on here. But they went to my man Bumrah as the captain. And Bumrah's been leading it on the bowling side. And he's been leading it on the batting side, too, with just 35 runs. Technically, he got credit for 31. 35 runs against the Nightmare Stuart Broad. Oh, man, I love seeing him as the captain. And if they're able to pull out this win, which I think right now, like, honestly, I think it's a 50-50 chance both sides. Let me know what you think. Who do you think has the better odds at this point? I think at this point, with those 2 quick wickets after tea with the new ball, I think it's a 50-50 chance, or change of ball, whatever you guys are calling it. Here's Dr. Jihan. What's up, Dr. Jihan? Good to see you. Appreciate the super chat. Are you getting nervous, Nick? Lost in South Africa? If unable to beat England? Question still unanswered about India outside the subcontinent. Can't live off the GABA scrape. Win forever. Ooh, Jihan, I love it. Give me a little bite of my healthy breakfast here. There's a fly in here. I love it, Dr. Jihan. I really do. And I got that fly. Take that. No, I'm not nervous. I'm not nervous at all. India. Ooh, nice stop. Nice stop. Prevent any runs there. India has always struggled to win outside the subcontinent. Have they done it? Sure. They've always struggled to win. In this series, unless I'm mistaken, they're already up 2-1. They're already up 2-1. Even a draw in England with how formidable they are in England, even though how England struggled away from England. A 2-2 draw or score, 2-2 and then a draw, that's a very, very successful tour in England because it could be much, much worse, right? England's playing better right now. They finally have found their smile, for crying out loud. They destroyed, what was that team, the Netherlands or whatever? I mean, who doesn't destroy on them? But still, they destroyed them. They played well against New Zealand. Very, very well. Very, very well against New Zealand. And New Zealand's the WTC defending champions. I'm not nervous about India, but I am nervous not based on their recent state of play. They did not show up too well against South Africa and India. That was surprising to me. But then I look at the numbers, I look at the history, and it turns out that they've usually struggled against South Africa in India. So that's not anything new. The thing that makes me nervous about India is the fact that I don't know who their starting 11 is in each format. I still don't know who they are. I love the fact that Boomer's a captain in this test. I love it because I was correct. I like to see some changes there. I like to see what is going on, but that's the thing I'm most nervous about. Who are their starting 11 moving forward? We do not know. But nervous? Absolutely not. They got 2 quick wickets after tea. You understand that, right? 2 quick wickets and just a few overs after tea. Tea just ended, right? I was like a minute late to this stream, and that's when tea started. They got 2 quick wickets. India's back in this match right now. I think it's a 50-50 chance. Bairstow and Brute, they can cause fits. They can win it right now if they outlast. They need 200-plus runs, but they can outlast and win it. Or India can slow them down and stop them. Oh, you better use that pad, you little punk. Jadeja finishes that over. 117 for 3. And I'm going to get this score updated right here. But I appreciate the comment. Hopefully I answered it. 2 key players playing now. Absolutely. You'd rather be in India's position, but I went right off England. No, I think it's a 50-50 chance right now. I think it's a 50-50 chance. Excited for first T20 game of USA and Zimbabwe. Absolutely. I'm not a Sri Lankan supporter. He says, my parents are from Sri Lanka. I was born in England. Live in Australia now. And he hates England. Oh, he hates England cricket. I love it. Here's Boomer bowling. Oh, Boomer's been dangerous. He has been destructive, to say the least. Let's get the score up here. England. Oh, no. Oh, any good mojo they had, it's over now. I got to change my headphones.
Easy there, cousin. Easy there.
World. As I do that, Mr. Gabe, why don't you say hello to your fans?
Hello, CFA Nation. What up, cousin? This is the fifth and final test, right? This is the remake, the one that ended up getting rained out. Was it, Nick? Or for some reason, then they postponed. And after some, let's just say, questionable Stuart Broadness, somehow India crawled their way back into it. And dude, you got to be kidding me. You got to be kidding me, Stuart Broad. Oh,
he loves to give the runs.
He got pumped like he thought it was an IPL game. Got pumped like a Christmas
tree. It was a historic pumping. He watches too much on the couch. He was embracing the pumping.
Stuart Broad needs to get on the couch, bro, after that performance. That's just, oh my gosh.
I just love how much Jared Kimber loves it because he has all these different things on social media posting about it. I love it.
Listen. Only person that loved it more than Jared Kimber was Joe Root, because Joe Root and Stuart Broad had their little rivalry going. But with
Joe
that being
said,
with that being said, right now, India is up 418 to 284. How many? Let's see. What are we at? 120 for 3. And man, that's a huge target. 378. That's a huge target.
Yeah, but see, India put up a big target in the first innings. Bowled out England was still like 130, 140 runs to spare. So they were in a really good position. And they were going into day 4. Now, Gabe and I, we just woke up, so we missed the first 2 sessions. They went into day 4 like 130 or something like that with only 3 wickets lost.
Right.
Maybe it was 5 wickets lost. I think it was 3 wickets lost. And they got bowled out for like 245 or something. So they were in a position where England's like, okay, now England's in the driver's seat. They lost 2 wickets like the first 5 seconds in T. One on the run out, one on being bowled out by Bumrah. I love it.
Cannot make it up. How do I feel about Australia losing to Sri Lanka, to a silverware coached Sri Lanka series?
Yeah, Dr. Jihan, how do you feel about that? Give me a hard time about South Africa beating India a few times. How do you feel about that, brother?
I mean, I'm just curious then. So is Silverwood the problem or is England the problem? Because Silverwood couldn't get it right in England. All of a sudden he goes to Sri Lanka and starts putting in work. You got to be kidding me. And England's look good. Let's be real. England's look good under new management and new captaincy. I mean, other than one Stuart Broad debacle, they should be in a position to win the series.
I can't believe you let Bumrah do that to you. I absolutely love it. Everyone here today, thank you so much. Hit the like button. Stick around for a little bit. We're going to be watching this third session.
And to get pumped by Bumrah, that just makes you feel dirty. That's got to be one of the dirtiest pumpings of all time. Not even joking. Oh. Sri Lanka paid it for a test match. He said they only lost by 4 runs on some piss poor pitches in Sri Lanka. Paid for it in the test match.
Didn't they lose a few of them, though?
Well, they lost a series. Now, right now, you got a very dangerous man at bat. And as much as I hate Johnny Bairstow, he has made it his mission in life to show me that Bairstow doesn't suck.
He's in some kind of form, man.
Oh,
some kind of form.
Dude, this is not the same Johnny Bairstow. Oh, and there goes a run. That should have been a dot ball, but was it Pujara that booted that?
Bunakat?
Interesting. So, Nicholas, how are you, my friend?
I'm doing great. I'm doing fantastic. I'm looking at the score because I know you're always wrong here, right? So Sri Lanka lost the T20 series. Wait, hold on. Yeah, they lost the T20 series. They won the ODI series. Ooh, you were right about that one. Take that, Dr. Jihan. I'm doing fantastic. Just got back from vacation. Was gone for 8 days, for crying out loud. Got back yesterday, and I'm ready for some cricket action right here. They love using those pads. They like showing off to Donnie Bradman in his day. Like, you don't have these leg pads, did you, punk? We can use it to bounce off our leg all we want. Who will win, brother? It's a 50-50 chance. If England gets to 200 without losing any wickets, and they still have these two guys in better form, they're all set, then I'm really, really nervous. If they can get both these guys out before they get to the 200 mark, it's on like Donkey Kong.
I thought I would never say this, Nick, but honestly, it's literally Bairstow, because Bairstow, what he put up, a buck 03 in that first match.
I think he's put up like 3 centuries in his like last 4 matches or something like that.
Yeah, 106 in the first innings. Holy cow. He is in some kind of form. Nobody else even broke 50. So really, you get Bairstow out, this game is over. But can anybody get Bairstow out?
They still have Root.
Root
Don't forget.
Go ahead.
Don't forget everyone freaking out about, can Boomer get some help? Don't forget about my man, Mohammad Siraj, who loves to perform with the red ball. This guy absolutely loves playing test. He got a 4-wicket haul in the first innings. He got Joe Root's wicket, and you're going to say, he cleaned up the walking wickets. Someone's got to do it.
Somebody's got to do it.
Out loud. But he took out Joe Root's wicket, so don't fret. Right? We'll get Boomer in here for a few more overs. This is already his 9th over, so are they going to have him go 10 before they give him a break? I'm not sure. That's a nice shot, and they're not going to stop that. That's a boundary right there for Joe Root. Oh, man.
Yeah,
he does love giving up runs, but I'll let Siraj give up runs if he can take out some big wickets. I don't care. Come on.
Listen, nobody loves giving up more runs than the Lord the core, and I'll still take him.
Absolutely.
He's like, a maiden? Really? What's a maiden?
He's like, what's your guys' problem? Come on.
What's going on, Raj? What's up, brother? Yeah, Nick, I just got back myself yesterday, and I'm exhausted. Oh, my gosh, dude. Honestly, vacation is exhausting. It's absolutely exhausting. And
not the vacations I take, my friend.
It's no rest for the weary, right? No sleep. And just in the last 3 days, I played 16 rounds of golf. I did a bike paddling on the Santa Barbara beach, bike path or whatever, bro. Those like 4 people bicycle. Yeah, it was only me, Savannah, and Alex who wasn't pedaling. So I'm doing like all the work.
Oh, yeah.
Legs hurting. You know what I mean? Like, dude, exhausted, bro. Exhausted. Then the beach. I must be the only person alive that hates the beach. I hate the beach. I absolutely hate the beach. I don't swim. Sand gets everywhere. Luckily, I was able to watch a Yankee game while on the beach. But, dude, you can't make it up.
Do you hate the sand as much as Anakin hates the sand?
I never. It's hard. It's coarse. Bro, that's why we're simpatico. Because him and I are the same. We hate the beach.
Gets everywhere. Oh, Joe Root was lucky to get bat on that one. That was, and he got just enough bat on it to it where it could have been an edge or anything like that. That was a good ball by Boomerang. He knows it. He's either talking to himself or he's talking to someone, but he is like, oh, man, I just missed something right there. Question is, how is everybody doing, right? How are you guys doing? How are your cricket teams doing? How is your life going? Let us know. Comment below. And then also hit that like button if you don't mind. Hit that subscribe button if you've not been here before. We're going to see what happens, win, lose, or draw in this 4th day. Another great ball. Joe Root's really locked in. He's got that bat there. He's like, I'm not going to even mess with that Yorker. I'm just going to push it to my offside. I'm not going to go for a run. He survives Bumrah's 9th over. And we got 30 overs in the books here in the second innings for England. They got 127 for 3. Their target is 378 for the win. I was curious, Gabe, as before this day started, with how India had only lost a few wickets in their second innings going into it, if we were going to have a draw situation, if we were going to have a situation where they'd have to declare. And when do you declare? When's the right time to declare? I would have thought by now they would have declared if they were still batting. But They didn't get that option because England cleaned them up.
Right.
England and Mr. Ben Stokes and his 4 wickets, for crying out loud. He says, Siraj, I'll see your 4 wickets with my 4 wickets. And now we have a serious match. We could have a decision at no problemo.
Nick, let me ask you a question.
Ooh.
Has Ben Stokes, I mean, it shouldn't be the question, but let me ask you guys in the chat, and then I'll get Nick's opinion. Has Ben Stokes proven to already be A, the right decision, and B, a better captain than Mr. Joe Root? Because, I mean, England's a different team. And honestly, they got some of the same characters up there. Yeah, Zach Crowley still struggling to get out the first innings at times. Well, you know, when he put up 6 runs on 9 balls before he got cleaned up by Boomerang. You know what I mean? No, 9. Excuse me. Alex Lee was the one that got 6 in that first inning. So they're still struggling with those openers, but it's still a different team. Bairstow's showing up big now. Of course, you know.
Oh, they want the appeal.
One thing you can never say is that Joe Root normally puts up numbers. But, you know, Stokes, whether he's doing it with the bat, no. Are they going to challenge it?
No.
What do you think?
It's funny, though, how Jadeja went right to Kohli about it. He went right to Kohli first to ask, like, what do you think? Boomerang's the captain. He's on the field there, for crying out loud. But he's so used to, you know, trusting the advice of a Virat Kohli. Let's see. Ooh.
It was close.
As Gabe would say, eh. That is very, very close.
That is close, bro. Obviously, though, dude, did you read the comments? I got crushed on that last
you're trash. You're trash.
Bro, those were hard. Those were hard. I would give that a wicket. What do you say? I call it a wicket. I say it's a wicket. Where did it hit?
It's pitching outside leg.
Is it pitching outside leg?
And it was the umpire called not. Yeah. It's trash. But yeah, good no review there. Yes, happy 4th of July, everyone who celebrates the 4th of July, America's Independence Day. As everyone knows, it's the day Will Smith saved us from the aliens. Okay. Oh, just kidding. No, it's not that. But that's a great movie, even though Will Smith is not really a household name right now. Butterfingers. Still too early to say Stokes is better. Let's not forget they have a different coach in Brendan McCullum. I'm going to share my thoughts on that question by Gabe. But first, we got Dr. Jihan in the house. And I think he's not too happy with me loving the fact that he's actually rooting for England right now. And it makes him feel dirty inside. Let's see. Go ahead and read what his comment is. It starts with Australia.
Australia lost the ODI series 3-2. 1 game by 4 runs, 1 by 20. Could have gone either way. The test match was played on sandpit. On a sandpit. Australian spinners, Lions, sweeps, and head out spun Sri Lanka's huge 10-wicket win. Interesting. So, listen, here's the thing. Obviously, they're at home, so they have Sri Lanka has the advantage. But people are going to set up the pitches for whatever it is. But Australia, I mean, you expect Australia to win. Bottom line, you just do. You know what I mean? You expect Australia to win, and they didn't. So right now, Australia, I wouldn't say they're coming down off that high, but after a minute, Nick, after they won that T20 international, the T20 championship, I should say the WTC T20 championship, they were smocking everybody. And, they went through a captaincy change, and Mr. Paddy Cummings could do no wrong there for a minute. But then again, let's be real. You know what I mean, dude? It's hard to win away. It's hard to win away. So it is what it is. I don't think that Sri Lanka comes into Australia and beats Australia.
Ooh.
Stop it. Stop.
Well, they came into Australia not too long ago, and they won like a match here and there. They got destroyed. This is the thing. Australia is doing just fine. Okay, like Gabe said, to win on someone else's home grounds is very, very difficult to do. Extremely difficult to do. And Australia is not just winning one match, not just winning 2 matches. They won 3 T20s and they won 2 ODIs and 1 test. That's a good amount of matches. They are doing just fine. Subcontinent, you're going to get eaten up by all the spinners, right? We've seen a lot of guys who maybe we haven't seen get 5-wicket hauls anywhere else, get serious amounts of 5-wicket hauls in Sri Lanka, in India. So I think Australia is doing just fine. I'm just giving you guys a hard time. I think they're playing very, very well, and they are doing very, very well in all formats. I don't know what baseball is. B-A-Z-B-A-L-L. I'm not sure what that is. Let us know. I'm not familiar with that whatsoever. Thank you, the doctor. Ibrahim, appreciate that. Someone else said he had a better point of view because he was in the slip. Thank you, Saman, for that. But to get to Gabe's question about Stokes and England, the answer is it's too early to tell. Okay. Even though he had the Netherlands series, he had the New Zealand series, he had, my word. He had some great performances, right? But they always do well in England. They needed to bounce back against New Zealand. They needed to crush the Netherlands. They needed to have this match where they might have a chance. Ponce already called for it. He's like, you see where my hands are at? Do I got to do the Jason Holder around here for you to notice that I want to review this? Come on.
Wait, can Pat call for it? Pat can't call for it. He's not the captain. It's got to be
he is the wicket keeper. He can do whatever he
bro.
wants. It's called the MS Dhoni rule, okay? I'm just kidding. That's too high. That's not a wicket. What are you guys doing? He's close to the stumps, but that's too high. That's not out. Umpire's call. It's not even going to be umpire's call. It's going to be not out.
Ooh, he missed it for sure.
No, yeah, he missed it for sure, but that's just way too high. Way too high. Yep, told you. Once again, my streak continues. That's a bad review. Come on. Lost 2 reviews. Baz means McCullum. Okay, so McCullum ball. That's the thing. That's the big difference right there. They also have a new coach. They have McCullum in there. And I don't love his coaching in the IPL. I don't think that it gets the kind of results you want. In the IPL, he's not too worried about his captain scoring runs, which is interesting to me. It's more of a system there. So it's good to see him away from that test side. He's a great test player in his own day for New Zealand. I think that is making a difference. But I do think Stokes gets a lot of credit. I just think it's too early to tell to say he's a better captain than Joe Root. But this is what England needed. England was at the bottom of the WTC standings for the most part. And they're still near the bottom, but those last few wins have really helped them up. After the lost challenge, Joe Root gets his 20.
That's gonna
with the boundary right there.
That's going to be 4. Oh, Joe Root. Joe Root. You know what? Let's give some credit to Joe Root too, Nick, because it's got to be hard to lose a captaincy, to go through that whole turmoil that happened, and to still come out and perform, right? Because that also says something about you as a captain. Obviously, the head coach was jettisoned as well, but he comes back and he plays, and he's done his part. You know what I mean? It takes a big man to eat that ego and still go in there and play for your country. So let's give Joe Root a little bit of credit there. You know what I mean?
And has his performance struggled since? No.
He's still putting up runs, man. He's still putting up runs. So let's give him a little bit of credit, because to me personally, it'd be a slap in the face. Like, oh man, they take the captaincy from me. I don't know how I would handle that as a player. But good for him. Good for him. Now
let me look it up, Dr. Jihan. Let me look it up.
On this
sorry. Australia is at the top of the standings, which I assume with that question. 6 wins, 0 losses, 3 draws. Ooh, South Africa is number 2. India, oh no, they're number 3.
Now, Nick, you and I were away for vacation, and it's been a very busy month for us. So unfortunately, we weren't able to put a video together on our thoughts on this test team. But any surprises for you here, that specifically with the batters? I mean, we knew that there was going to be the Kohlis and the Ponce of the world. We know Siraj Iyer was going to be in there. Jadeja, of course, he's a mainstay, although, he didn't look good in IPL, but whatever. Boomer, Mohammad Shami, Lord Siraj, who we haven't seen in a while. But your thoughts, I want to know specifically on Bahati and Pujara. Like, I mean, when are these guys finally going to get, replaced? You know what I mean? Because there's guys that are ready. There's guys that want to come in that are chomping at the bit to get capped. And you know what I mean? It's like how much longer do they have? How much longer do they have? And I mean, Shubman Gill, obviously he's there, but there's other guys who opened for India that have had the chance, and obviously they can get the call back. Whether it's KL Rahul and company. Just your thoughts. I mean, and let us know in the chat, guys. How much longer do you guys want to see Vihari and Pujara?
Well, I feel like Vihari is like old reliable, right? If you don't have a full 11 for whatever reason, you can plug him in there, and he's usually going to eat some balls. Didn't work out in this match in 2 innings. Didn't eat up a lot of balls. Didn't score a lot of runs. But you don't expect him to be your star. He's a supporting player, even though he's kind of higher up there in the order. I was surprised by Shubman Gill. I'm not going to lie. I was surprised that Shubman Gill was getting an opportunity. They still can't find their opener when Rohit's out, when KL Rahul's not playing. They can't find that backup opener, if you will. They haven't even thought about going back to, who's our guy from DC, who we were destroying in the Australia series because he was so bad.
But
they haven't even thought about going back to Shaw. So I'm surprised by the Gill, but I'm not shocked because who else are you going to put in there? You got Agarwal possibly, right? I think it's time possibly to give Shaw another chance. And I thought this would have been a great opportunity. You have a one match in England. So if he's horrible, you don't ruin the entire series, right? All that kind of stuff. But whatever. Pujara, I was surprised about because I'm kind of over it. But he gave you 66 in the last innings. He was one of the stars in that last inning scoring runs. So he's given himself more time. That's way behind him. So the Vihari one, I don't love that choice. It's not the sexiest pick, but he is a reliable one. I'm telling you right now, no one wants to hear this. No one wants to hear this. And Shreyas Iyer was kind of a disappointment in this match. Kohli, I'm still waiting for Kohli in test to be Kohli in test, right? We are continuing to wait time and time again, match after match after match. And I get it. I'm picking a fight with the most popular guy in the world, right? I get that. But, I mean, how many more times can we not understand what's going on, right?
Right. Well, Nick, you know what else I was thinking is, and I get it, possibly because they're in England, but somebody who we finally really saw his potential, saw how good this guy was, and Pandya. I was surprised that he didn't make the team. I was all but certain that Pandya would make the team.
He's playing on the other squad. Where are they playing? They're playing somewhere else.
They're playing it, yeah. But I thought that he would be on the test side, though.
Yeah, but he's captaining the other squad, I'm pretty sure, which is crazy, right?
Bro, test is more important. Come on. Test is just
how quickly they've turned things around.
No,
I agree. I agree, but I think you want him, you give him some captaincy opportunities back internationally. It's been a while. You give him opportunities to play again. Here, I'm going to step out for 2 seconds. I'll be right back.
All right, brother. And they telling me Rohan and Kale will come back into the stream when they're into the team when they're fit. No, exactly. But even then, you know what I mean? I don't know. Shubman Gill hasn't been the answer. And good ball there. But Joe Root does a good job to defend it. Why isn't this
the other team is in England? Interesting.
Pandya needs to be tested in the longer formats after his injury-prone hiatus. Okay, fair enough. But man, we found out, Nick. We found out who Pandya was, and we saw his glory, him in all his glory. Man, this guy is amazing.
And he had a great performance not too long ago either, too. So yeah, absolutely. I'm not talking about the upcoming T20 series in England. I'm talking who are they playing? Someone help me out. Who's the squad that they're playing with Pandya as captain just recently? Ireland. That's what it was. Ireland. Yeah, Ireland. So they were playing Ireland, Dublin, the village. Yeah, that's what it was. They were playing Ireland for a few matches. And they won 2, 1 got drawn. No, that was a warm-up. They won the 2 T20 matches. That's what I'm thinking of. Thank you very much. Raj G Theft. Why can't I say that? Jitesh. Thank you. Nav, appreciate that. So Joe Root and Bairstow, I love what they're doing. I'm not going to lie. I love what they're doing right now. They are just eating up these balls. They are, with every ball, I'm not saying India's like me, where they're getting frustrated each time they can't get a wicket. But these are the guys right now. If you're an England fan, you're like hoping that they stay alive. And they are not going after any bad shots. They're taking what they're getting. They're defending the really, really, really good balls. There was one that was close, but it was too high. Oh! As I say that, I think that one's high too. But man, he ate up that crotch. Sorry to say, but he did. Holy cow, he destroyed that midsection right there. Gabe,
that one looked close, but they're out of reviews.
No, they got one left. They only got one left. Do they want to use it right now? Nope, they're not going to use it. Boomer's like, no.
Was it too high?
I think it was too high, but man alive. I got you, Raj.
He said, nah,
Raj says, Nick, I'm tired at this point convincing you, so I will leave it at that. I support this team, and I'm fine if they lose, because apart from KL, Ashwin, Rohit, I really think this is the best team. You're tired of convincing me. Is it about the Kohli point? Listen, proof's in the pudding, right? I have not seen the pudding in how long? I'm not trying to be a hater. I'm just trying to get the best squad there is. I like this team as well. Let's see. Apart from KL, Ashwin, Rohit, I really think this is the best team. And you know, Raj, love you to death. Appreciate the comment, but I see since you put Rohit in there, you're one of those guys, right? You're either a Kohli guy or you're a Rohit guy, or you're a guy like me that just wants performances. I don't care who's up there. I want them to perform, right? And I get that. You got to support one another. A lot of fans are that way. I'm neither a Rohit or a Kohli guy. I just want Team India to perform. I hear you. I don't really agree, but I hear you. I think we will trust Nick more than Gabe after your umpiring videos. Thank you.
Dude, I got crushed. I promise you, I thought they were wickets, bro. I don't know what to tell you, dude. It's a lot harder than it looks, honestly. It really, really is.
So many people were asking for some Steve Buckner vindication.
Steve Buckner vindication there. I did see Umar Malik made his debut, got himself
in Ireland.
Ireland. Man, dude, remember when we saw Paul Sterling out there? Bro, he's a big boy, man.
Sterling Silver, yep. He's going to crush you, or he's going to lose his wicket really quick. He goes to that Bairstow school of batting, for sure.
Well, you know, they don't want to be out there too long. Hot pocket Mets, you know what I'm saying? They got something.
Dude,
they got something.
Bairstow's had some high strike rates. Him and Pont's part of that school, too, absolutely. I really miss Jofra Archer. If Boomerang can benefit from these conditions, so can Jofra. What do you say, Nick? Archer is generational talent. Can I say that about him? He is some kind of special. And even if you hate England, right? We'll take someone like a Jihan, so to speak, here. Nice ball, but it's not going to be a wicket, but nice way to defend it. I guess he tried to slog it, but it worked out by defending it. Now, even a guy like Dr. Jihan has got to appreciate the skills of a Jofra Archer. And I hate talking about it because it's such a tragedy what's happening to his health right now. Even the Mumbai Indians and their billions of dollars couldn't get him back on the field, right? I think he has another setback, for crying out loud. He may never, like Gabe's been saying it for, almost a year now. He may never get it back to the field. But yes, he would definitely feast. He would definitely dominate. But don't get too far ahead of yourself. Jofra Archer is Jofra Archer in Test for about the first 10 overs. After that, forget about it.
You know what, Nick? And I was thinking about this, right? One of the very first thing England fans told me is he's not a Test player. He's not a Test player. He doesn't have the endurance. And I think stretching him out as long as they did in Test, mind you, he's a young guy and they played him in every format, Test, ODI, T20. I think they ruined him. England ruined Jofra Archer, bro. And it's sad. And, you know, in American sports, it happens as well. They're going to throw their best arms out there as much as possible. Some people can be durable. Some people can hold up. Some people can't. Some people can't. And somebody, I remember talking to them about it. They're like, dude, after the 10th, over 15th over, he starts losing it. At best, maybe ODI, but he's definitely not a test player. He can't give you 20 overs. And that's when the injuries just started piling up, man.
But he's so dangerous. I understand their temptation of using him in tests. He is so dangerous with the new ball. I mean, his first 5 overs, it's the game plan is this: just survive. Just survive the first 5 overs from Jofra Archer, because he's going to take at least 2 or 3 if you're not careful. I love Jihan right here. Of course, I appreciate the skills of Jofra Archer. He's a West Indian bowler. He can't help it. Oh, he can't help it.
Yes, my man Han. I love it. How ordinary is Jack Leach?
He got his 5-wicket haul.
Let's not besmirch the name of Jack Leach, okay? It could be worse. It could be Don Besson.
Here it goes. Here it comes. Yes.
It could be Don Besson there.
Oh, yes. Man, they need the wicket of Bairstow and Root, but Bairstow and Root's not giving it up. And just so in case anyone does not know, Root has crossed the Root line, so all Root fans, you are safe. He has crossed that Root line, so now he's ready to wreck it. India fans, beware, because once Joe Root crosses that Root line, it's dangerous. It's very dangerous. Sterling plays for Birmingham, so he has to carry Chris Wokes. That just hurt my heart a little bit. Appreciate that.
Just a little. Just a little. But Han, let me tell you, Nick finally on air, actually. It was either live stream or video. I don't remember. But he finally admitted that, the masses are right. Chris Wokes is only a legend.
I just muted Gabe. We can't hear that right now. I just muted him. Whatever he was going to say was going to be nonsense. I can't let that be on the air. I got to fly in here. Gabe, this is your last chance. You are unmuted.
Chris Wokes is only a legend in England. You know what I mean? It is.
And they don't even let him play. He can't even get a sniff at the England team right now. McCollum hates himself from Chris Wokes. I think Chris Wokes is actually injured, but whatever. Oh, I love the hat. Who is that with the big old, I don't even know what, wide brim hat? That was a thing of beauty. Watch out. We got someone here, Gabe. I agree with Nick to a point. Oh, of course. You can't even give me a full agreement. You give me to a point.
Just to a point. Come on.
This team wouldn't have been like the greatest ever if not for the bad issues that lost them a couple of series in South Africa and England. Well, remember, they are ahead in this series right now, 2-1. This match is going to make a difference. If you're England, you don't want India to come into your place and win 3-1. You don't want India to come in and win a series. Then you got to feel like the Australia fans feel like, where India comes in 2 years in a row and wins the series back to back and belly to belly. Gian lives. He lives. He's. That's got to be a replay. Yeah. He lives to hate on the India team. He's actually rooting for England right now. That's against his religion.
Love it.
It's literally like rule number 3, article 1 in his religion. Root against England. And he's doing it because, he wants some payback so bad.
Dude, what's the old saying? The enemy of my enemy is my friend.
And they're holding hands right now. They're singing Kumbaya.
Oh,
nice. Nice little cheeky shot there by Mr. Root. That is class right there. That's like, okay, you want to keep pulling this garbage on me? Here we go, Jadeja, with your 60-mile-per-hour cheese. Nice hats. I like those hats.
Joe Root, baby.
Han Solo says, Nick, please tell Joey I'm sorry if I offended her by mocking you and Gabe in the misheard lyrics comments. I can't wait to hear your comment. I guarantee she was not offended. We've been married for 15 years, going strong here, my friend. And she loves it when Nick gets the business. Loves it.
Oh, I don't mind either. You go ahead. You go ahead.
As a matter of fact, everyone that's known me for more than 5 minutes loves it when I get the business. I'm not sure what that means about me as a person.
Is that a me issue?
it might be me.
Oh,
nah, it's not me.
So Nick, I set the course record, bro. I was so bad. I set the course record. You know, I was applauded.
Hey.
I was applauded by the caddy. They said we've never.
Records are meant to be broken.
I was applauded by the caddy. He's like, bro, I've never seen something like this.
Am I seeing what I'm seeing?
Bro, 137 on 18. Are you serious?
No. Was the course record for the amount of strokes or for how long it took you to get those strokes?
Oh my God, bro. I turned a par 3 into a 5 or 6 overhaul. They were cracking up. They were just actually betting. By the time we got to the back 9, Nick, they were betting on how many over I would go on each hole. And we bet once we get on the green on the putts and stuff like that. But it's my back. But it was so bad that they were betting on like, all right, this is a par 4, you know, whatever. There's a par 4. What's the over under? 7 extra strokes for Gabe. People would say, are you serious right now? Dude, I took 6 extra strokes, I think it was. Yeah, I turned a par 3 into like, it was a par 8 because I needed, what was it, 5 extra strokes or 6 extra strokes? It was disgusting.
That's not a par 8.
Oh,
that's a debacle.
It was
a momentous
debacle.
Occasions there. But
it was fun. Get out, get some exercise. By the way, that's how you're going to look playing cricket. Just terrible. Absolutely atrocious. Just saying.
Oh, I don't disagree with that at all. We got Siraj. Hey, listen. He hasn't given up 6 runs per over yet. Only a little over 5. He loves to give up the runs, but I want to see some wickets. I'm calling for a wicket alert right now in this over. Wicket alert. One of the big boys is going down.
Oh, listen. They call Siraj the charitable one. You know what I mean? He's just charitable with the runs. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on. He'll take his wickets from time to time, but he's very charitable with the runs.
And the first ball is not a wicket. It's a boundary. This is where you got to give me the line. It's a bold strategy, Cotton.
I can't even get it out. Listen.
First ball is a cookie. Siraj, you got to get over what? Let's see. You won 2 series, 2-1, 1 match by 30 runs, and 1 by 3 wickets. Get over it. I'll make you a deal, Dr. Jihan, and your let's see, and your lawyer here, Plant. I'll get over it once you stop hating on my India. How about that? That's the deal right there. Oh, take that. Dot. Bam. Siraj is back on top here. Dot on the second ball.
A dot ball for Siraj? Really? What a rare thing. Nick, we should start betting on Siraj overs like they start betting on me on specific calls in golf. How many runs do you think he'll concede?
Oh, man. I wouldn't be any better. I've never played a round of golf in my entire life. I don't think I'm missing anything.
The over-under 6. Is he going to give up a run of ball? Easy. More than a run of ball. Easy.
Back-to-back dots.
Oh.
Back-to-back, Dr. Jihan. What does that make you think of?
Back-to-back and belly-to-belly.
Mohammad Siraj, the international wicket taker. Takes wickets in Australia. Takes wickets in England. He's the guy you got to have. Just don't look at the scoreboard.
Oh, that's a great question.
Oh, you horrible human being, you.
That was almost a wicket, but there it goes. That's the over.
Oh, look at the look from Siraj. Oh, this guy's in the doghouse. Oh, he's in the doghouse. Let's see.
How close was he really to it?
Oh, he could have got that. He dropped it.
Oh,
who is that? Who dropped it?
Oh, Siraj. Siraj, the generous, we're gonna call him. Yeah, that should have been taken. I
love the look from Siraj. Who dropped that? Who is not returning to the squad ever again?
Wow, ever again, Nick. Vihari, bro.
That's Fahari. He's got that beard growing. I like the beard. I don't like the hands. There's a dot ball. And Vahari, and only Vahari, ruined Siraj's economy rate right now.
What are your thoughts on Morgan retirement from international cricket and Butler becoming the new ODI and T20 captain? So, first part of that question, what are my thoughts on Morgan retirement from international cricket? Guys, Morgan is a great captain, but
got the World Cup?
Yeah, not just in T20, because people are going to say there's a difference between, there's a difference between IPL and international cricket, which they're correct. But even in the World Cup, he was atrocious. Morgan was atrocious, okay? Age catches up to you. Age catches up to you. Eventually, your hands go, and he just could not be a reliable bat. When you can't rely on a guy to give you, 20, 30 runs a game, your captain, that's a problem. He becomes a detriment at that point. And Morgan was a detriment, you know what I'm saying, to his team. So, everybody eventually hits that wall. It's tough. It's the toughest thing in the world to do, to admit when it's over. And it's over. Butler, was there a different choice? Butler's probably the best English white ball player there is. Butler is a dog. He's an absolute dog. Now, his wicket keeping at times can be questionable, but then again, all England's wicket keepers are questionable.
Joe Root, what are you doing?
Let's be honest. Your boy, as much as wow, I'm looking at him right now as he's playing. As much as that wasn't a wicket. Sorry.
No, it wasn't, but it was.
As much as Bairstow can put up great runs.
Oh, he wants that run.
As much as Bairstow can put up runs, Bairstow's not a good wicket keeper. I think Folks is probably the best wicket keeper they have. You know what I'm saying? But honestly, they're great bats. Look at the doctor. He said Rick Butler career ended today. Come on, let's be honest. He's the best white ball player England has. Bottom line.
I think you forget about Chris Wilkes. This is mush at its best. Ooh, nice play there. Nice play there. We taking some notes? Ooh. Oh no. What a divot that is. Oh my gosh. That can cover most backyards here in Las Vegas, that amount of grass. Woo. That was not very good. As far as Morgan goes, I am surprised how quickly, and as far as he just retired from the IPL, right? Typically, you have guys retire internationally and then the domestic leagues. I'm surprised how quickly it seemed for me that he retired from the international game. I thought, he just won the last World Cup, for crying out loud, 2019 it was. Another boundary. Man, England's really pounding it, really taking it to India right now. This is when you start getting nervous if you're an India fan. But I'm surprised that he retired. I wonder if he just kind of lost the passion and lost his confidence. I wonder if his failures in the IPL the last year and a half, 2 seasons, really got to him. I really do. This guy, I'm assuming he's got a family he wants to spend time with, all the other things. And he'll have a nice career if he wants to be like a commentator or whatever because of his experience, because of whatever. He'll always go down as the captain that gave England their very first World Cup ODI style. But man alive, I was really surprised by that.
Yeah, no, for sure, bro, for sure. And it is what it is. Yeah, Joe Root putting in work here, and that's what I'm saying. Although losing the captaincy could have played on his ego, he has not, shied away from scoring runs and performing for his team. So good for him.
Boundaries galore right here. It's either a boundary or a dot. They got a 3 on that one ball. Jeez Louise. And they're defending everything. There's some good balls being bowled by the bowlers here, and they're just defending it. You got Ron Weasley, and you got Joe Root up there, and they're just doing their job. Jadeja's got no answer for him. And right now, this is where India gets in trouble with their bowling. This is where they need that huge wicket. Will they be able to get it before it's too late? That is the question, because you still got Stokes and Billings. Stokes definitely is no slouch. Billings, he has the ability to score runs, but you can't count on him if he's your last hope.
Right.
But they can rarely get those big wickets, just like the WTC against New Zealand. Can they get it now? They got 2 quick wickets after T. That was huge. And they haven't been able to do anything since then, bowling-wise. And not that just that, but they've wasted a review or two. Here we go.
And I think it's because they rely too heavily on Boomer to be the one to take out those big wickets. You know what I mean? The Joe Roots, the Johnny Bairstow, whoever's set. And then let's be honest. Again, somebody said it earlier. You know, you need someone else. You know, to Boomer needs help. Let's just be real. Boomer needs help. And I know other guys get wickets, but they normally cleaning guys up at that tail end. You know what I mean? Again, Siraj's 4-wicket haul.
Easy.
Let's be real. Let's be real, Nick.
No.
See who he took. Come on.
You know wicket's what? A wicket.
You want
a wicket's a wicket.
Let that be. You want to impress me? Let that be like Joe Root, Bairstow, Stokes, and you know.
Okay, so he's got to get the best players for you to be impressed. He took Joe Root's wicket. Is it his fault that the walking wickets are walking wickets? I mean, he should know how to bowl against a walking wicket, right? I mean, he is the biggest walking wicket out there.
Oh man, that's hilarious. He's the biggest walking wicket out there.
Oh, he is.
I mean, let us know in the chat who do you guys think it could come in and help, and who needs to be not jettisoned, but probably jettisoned. Is it a Lord Decor? Okay. I wouldn't say Siraj, because Nick is right. He does get wickets, although he's expensive. You know, Muhammad Shami was really expensive. What was it? 78 runs he gave up in that in the first innings, but it is what it is.
Hey, 78 runs is not that bad. You should watch your mouth. Gabe, forget Australia ODI series. Loss. A lot of injuries. I love Jihan and the excuses. I love it so much. He has a well in his backyard, and it's not a well for water. It's a well of excuses for Australia.
You should. Let my man Jihan.
He's still work to do in the ODI side.
Forget Australia ODI series loss. A lot of injuries and still work to do in the ODI side. A question test victory on a clearly deteriorated pitch is a real positive, and coming of age for Swepson and Cam Green. Yeah, my man Cameron Green, baby. You know, listen.
I love it.
When you lose at home, that's when you need to panic. All right. But on the road, again, internationally, give the other side's team, the other side's credit. You know what I mean? Like, I don't understand. This is in England. All right. England's supposed to win. England is supposed to win. This is in England, new team. And that was late. And they gave it to him.
He got something in his eye.
Yeah, but usually they don't give it to you that late. Good job, Joe Root asking, but usually, you know,
it's good sportsmanship by Siraj to notice that and just not bowl it.
But you know what I mean, Nick? Like, give other teams credit, all right? And they're supposed to hold court at home. So I'm not understanding, like, yeah, he asked him. Yeah, you're right. It wasn't the umpire. It was Joe Root put up his hand and Siraj actually pulled up on it. That's very again, class, very class, and no one can say that Siraj isn't class, man. Gentleman's game.
Dr. Jihan, I want you to watch one of my favorite movies called For Love of the Game. Okay. Not only will you be pleased to see the Yankees being destroyed in that movie, but it's all about this pitcher, Kevin Costner, right, going through his personal life. In the meantime, he's throwing a perfect game at Yankee Stadium against the Yankees. It's all fictional. Yeah. But there's as the game is going on and the Yankees can't muster a hit, there's one guy who like tries to bunt. He's one of their power hitters. He bunts it, just trying to get on base. And he's out by a few steps. But there's a Yankee fan at the airport watching this match that reminds me of you in Australia, right? Because what does this Yankee fan say? He's like, he was safe. He was safe, like the eternal optimist, right? The eternal optimist. And I love that about you, Dr. Jihan. You are going to stand by your team no matter what. And it's served you very well. When Gabe and I, but mostly I, counted Australia out in the World Cup, you were like, no, we're good. And they were good. And they won the entire thing. I love the eternal optimism. I'm impressed by the growing amount of excuses you still have in that well. But I absolutely love it. I appreciate the passion. And sports truly needs more fans like you. Good work.
I love this comment. Nick and Gabe, did you see England versus the Netherlands ODI series? England fell 2 runs short of becoming the first team ever to cross 500 runs in an ODI series, 498. That's what we're saying. This is a different team right now.
Set the record, though. They set the record.
They set the record, and this is a different team under the captaincy of I was gonna say Ben Stokes, and under the leadership of McCullum. You know, I guess I don't give McCullum enough credit, but McCullum is doing his thing, which also's got to burn English fans because, correct me if I'm wrong here, right, Nick? McCullum isn't English. Is that correct?
He's from New Zealand. Yeah, New Zealand player.
He's from New Zealand. So, I mean, listen, England's used to bringing in imports. Just saying, Jofra Archer, Eoin Morgan, the list goes on and on. What are the Kiwi brothers? Your boys, the Currans? No, they're not Kiwis. The Currans are from is it Zimbabwe? Where the Currans originally from? I can't remember.
Yeah.
But you know what I mean? Like it is what it is. But that was just interesting. And then again, to see Silverwood go and go to Sri Lanka, I guess these days it just doesn't matter, Nick. You know what I mean? Coaching is coaching, and coaches will go wherever the money's at, and it is what it is. It is what it is.
See, on that point about McCullum, I just don't know how I feel about it. Again, I don't have my entire life in cricket. I don't know all the history. But there just seems something dirty about going to another country's test team. I don't know. Like, I could understand it if you were salty with your own side and you're like, I'll see. Well, you guys fired me as the head coach of New Zealand. Now I'm going to England. But as far as I know, he was not the head coach of New Zealand test squad. I'm sure he's just trying to get his stripes. He's trying to get some, experience as a test coach. But I'm not sure how I feel about that. It's international tests.
Ooh, very close. I love this comment, Boomer. Here's where I feel like someone like Presh Krishna, who bowls a bit faster and harder, can make a breakthrough. I hate that India is not giving him enough chances to develop as a test bowler. Yeah, Presh Krishna, man. I love the guy, and I think he needs a chance. Like I said, Boomer's missing help. Let's just be real. And I think that whether it's probably Lord Decor is the ones that's got to go. But between Lord Decor and Mohammed Shami, who are a bit slower, and even a Lord Siraj rely on conditions sometimes. He needs Boomer needs another battery mate that's just gonna go out there and take wickets with him at the top. It could be a Krishna. I really like Krishna.
Don't forget, they might be developing Malik. It's a long ways away. I would say he's about 4 or 5 years away.
Malik is a young kid, bro. He's not
4 or 5 years away, but I think they're working on it. But I agree with Boomer. They seem, with the test side, India, and it's a different coach now, right? They seem very content with the Shamis, and I like Siraj internationally. I think he's got a lot to offer, but there are probably better talent out there of the world. Thakur, you're right. Like, I don't get the Thakur one. I really don't. He has great batting performances every once in a while. He has a great bowling performance every once in a while. But they have so many talented bowlers that you could really spend this next year or two on your tours and figure out who's best for which conditions. So you have your specialist bowlers. I don't know.
Very interesting there.
No, he said Shami is slower. He didn't say Siraj is slow. I don't think he said Siraj is slow.
No. Shami is older and a little bit slower, and what's his name? I mean, Umar Malik, I just think is he's not ready for tests, you know.
No, that's what I was saying. He's a few years away, but you can start developing him internationally.
But
He just made his debut with T20.
The pace that Umar Malik does throw out there, man, it's ridiculous, bro.
The Kerr is bowling very nicely his last 2 overs, very economically. Joe Root, Bairstow, they're still up there. They're not putting up huge strike rates, but you don't need to do that in tests. You just got to survive, and you got to chase. Here's Dr. Jihan here. Is he going to throw some salt my way? We will find out. I think England are thinking keep out Boomer and Shami and go after the second-string bowlers. Maybe Jadeja could bowl defensively, outside leg, slow run rate. Yeah, I think that's definitely the call for Jadeja, 100%. If I was them, it's kind of like Gabe's IPL Rashid Khan mentality. Don't let him beat you, right? Just survive his overs and go after the other guys. Definitely onto something there. Shami is like one of those – he's like one of those sneaky assassins, right? Sometimes he'll lull you to sleep even though he's a fast bowler, and then before you know, he just took your wicket. So you can't sleep on Mohammad Shami.
Yeah, no,
that's a good point.
And I mean, Shami again, yeah, 140, and I get it. He's 30 years old. 140 isn't bad for 30 years old, but you need pace. You know what I'm saying? Think about when you go to places like Australia. You know, you're gonna need that pace, and you're looking for 150 or better, I would say, to be at the top. You know what I mean? Or
not a lot of guys are at 150. I know what you're saying. When I say lull you to sleep, I don't mean by his pace. I just mean by like it just seems like he's not going after the batsman, so to speak, the way you would want your bowlers to, and then before you know it, boom, like Southwick says right here, good seam movement. I mean, he's got that ability, but sometimes he does it and he gets pumped. So he's one of those wild cards. But when he's on, you got to have him on your squad.
And they're like Boovie, but definitely not for these conditions. You know, Boovie's biggest issue is his health as well, man. I mean, the guy cannot stay healthy, Nick. Jeez Louise.
He's been healthy for a while now. He was on the Ireland T20 squad, bowling really, really nicely.
India needs to do something about their strength and conditioning coach. Who is the strength and conditioning coach for India? Anyone know?
They should get your favorite groin doctor. He works wonders.
You know what I'm saying? They need to get
the best man in the business.
They need to go take Australia's groin doctor, whoever fixed the magic groin of David Warner.
I mean, he must have studied. I can't say that. I can't say that. Never mind.
Oh my God!
I just can't say it. 176 for 3. England's making this very scary.
Very interesting.
Very, very scary.
Shami is a fourth stump worshiper. What's a fourth stump worshiper? Boomer, I have not heard that vernacular before. Please.
Does that mean he just misses the 3 stumps too often?
Let us know.
They need 202 more runs to chase this, and they have a whole day 5. They have a whole day 5. They have what, like another hour and a half?
Yeah, probably like
maybe an hour of this session, of this day.
Listen, if these guys get there to tomorrow, I'm calling it. England wins the game.
Oh, they'll get to tomorrow. At that point, I think that's pretty much guaranteed. The question is, if one of these 2 guys gets to tomorrow, that is going to make it very scary. If India can take 2 wickets, I don't care if it's both these wickets, but can take 2 wickets before the end of the day, then you even though, let's say England only has like to chase maybe 120, I would give it like a 60% chance England then. But India's got to take wickets. That's all that has. They can't go the rest of this session, the rest of this day, without taking any more wickets. Come on, Siraj! You got this, man. You need to get someone give him some headphones, get him some Rocky quotes. He's got to get pumped up and get ready for this. Come on, get some music in those ears. Get motivated.
And I think this is the beauty of tests, right? Since you have literally all the time you need, you could just take your time, pick your shots, and that's what Joe Root is the best at, building those innings, man. Look at that, 45 on 62, all right? Joe Root, you know what? At bat right now, I don't want to mush him. I was about to say, if he stays on bat, Joe Root may get himself his half century right here against the generous Siraj.
You shut your mouth. Look at Jihan. David Warner had a blow to the groin from a bail flying after a wicket last week. The groin has been attacked again. The groin doctor must already be on his way. He must already be on his way.
Oh my gosh. You know, has a guy heard of something called a cup? For the love of Pete.
Oh my gosh. Ain't that the truth?
For Pete's
What's happening
sake.
here? They just kick out a fan? What's going on here?
Oh, we got a runner.
Don't forget to like the stream. Don't forget to send it to all your friends. Ooh, what is Siraj doing here? A little frustration there. He did not like you making fun of his economy rate, Gabe.
Who, me? It's not like I would make fun of his economy rate to his face, but I mean.
Roots trolling Siraj. Did he step out again? I wasn't paying attention. Oh, goodness gracious. Gets that one over there at, what was that, third man
Nick,
for a single run.
Who crosses 50 first? Root or
Fine
Siraj?
You know what? You guys are messed up. Right now, Root's got the lead. But I'll give it to Siraj, baby.
Oh, man. I mean, it's just a question. It's just a question.
Gabe and his groin obsession reminds me of Garfield and lasagna. Oh, I love it. Oh. I can guarantee, I can promise you, he does not have a groin obsession. But that is so funny. That's so stupid, too.
See, and that
oh,
right
man.
There, you see how Johnny Bairstow just got the bat on the ball in that last and just defended it, put it down. It wasn't going to get through. But
he's frustrating these bowlers. Absolutely.
That's been the change in Johnny Bairstow. He's got a patience that's just a maturity to his game, honestly.
Who is this and what have you done with Johnny Bairstow?
Did Bairstow have a session on the couch? Possibly. You know what I mean? A private session on the couch?
Would that actually mean that Dr. Blasphemer was finally successful?
Possibly.
Gosh, he had been running with ducks his entire career before then. His stinking credentials online, not actually a doctor. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, he's just definitely. I agree with it. He's seeing the ball very early, and he's picking his shots. You know, he's always. I mean, he's got the shots right, but he's doing a very good job understanding. Hey, this is test. You know what I mean? I've got to be out here for the long haul, and picking when to score. I mean, the guy's been really good. There's nothing I can say. There could not have been a play I was more wrong about, Nick, other than Johnny Bairstow. He was officially, if you guys didn't know, or if you missed the stream, he was officially taken off the Sinister Six, I would say.
Oh, was he?
I mean, come on. I'm still gonna hate on him, but there's more deserving people that deserve to be on the Sinister Six. Just saying, you know.
Well, look at this graph right here. This is crazy, right? How he's just rebounded right there.
It's crazy. Right about the time we started watching cricket, right? 2019. Look how down he was, and then
nothing. What happened to that ball? It just like died. I thought it went behind him. Boomer's like, nope, let's keep bowling. What happened there? Yes, India definitely needs wickets.
You think that one?
Amen. Oh, I see. It hit his back foot. It went off his bat, hit his back foot. I see. I was like, what? How is that not a wicket? And just so you know, Gabe, Siraj survived his over without giving up 50. Now Joe Root has a chance to get 3 runs and beat him to it. Oh, didn't like that ball. He's like, yeah. He wanted nothing to do with that.
$133 there for Lord Decor. 133 on that ball. A little bit a high of a bouncer.
Just
and I like the graphics, Nick. Did you notice that they're also converting it into miles per hour, which is interesting, which means they're doing that for an American audience, because let's be real. The rest of the world uses the metric system. The rest of the world uses kilometers. So they must know Americans are watching. Interesting.
Maybe it's a violence thing, right? Because you can pronounce it kilometers. Kilometers.
Oh my gosh, bro, you're the worst. I thought I was gonna get through a whole stream without a pun. I can't get through one stream without a pun. Just one?
No.
Come on.
Not at all.
You know what? Have you ever seen that episode of Friends where they make Chandler make the New Year's resolution to not make fun of his friends? And he said,
he's like dying.
He said, I bet you a whole $100 you can't go a whole year without making fun of us. He said, as a matter of fact, make it a week. And he was like, I'll take that $100 and that'll be my new thing I tried that week. And he goes, and I'll start
now.
Oh, dude, that's you. You couldn't go without a pun, without going with a pun. Especially, I'll throw some out there just to give you some bait. You know what I mean?
I can't help it.
He said, I can't help it. You wouldn't even make that bet.
Jihan, that was one of my best ones. What are you talking about? What are you talking? He says the worst I heard from Nick was Tim South E and Tim South F. I thought that was a good one.
Oh, dude.
It took Gabe and Jody a few minutes to get it, but that was a good one.
That was one of the worst. I'm telling you, one of the worst, dude. It's just brutal.
You think I'm the only one to make that joke?
I'm pretty sure you are. No one else. No one else would steep that low. No one else would steep that low.
I thought that was good stuff. How dare you, Jihan?
England uses miles per hour as well. I thought that England's on the metrics. Don't they use kilometers as well?
Not just England, the entire UK, they're saying. So take that.
Really? Okay. My apologies there, Powder.
He says the system comes from the UK. Put some respect on that system's name.
Miles, yards, inches, pounds, ounces, etc. system comes from the UK. Oh, really? Interesting. Did not know that. You know what? I thought America was the only people that didn't use the metric system.
Can we is it like against the rules for these two bowlers to get some wickets? Like, is there a rule out there that says they can't take wickets? This is ridiculous.
Oh, Nick, the over's over. And if Siraj comes out, he has a chance to get 50 before your boy. I'm just saying, Joe Root.
Jadeja, anyone? Is Jadeja available?
Oh, that's classic.
He scored only 1 against the Kerr. He likes to punish Lord Siraj. Don't worry. Lord Siraj will get the last word.
Lord Siraj.
That's the thing about bowlers, though. Speaking of Lord Siraj, and speaking of boundaries, Bairstow got it, though. That's the thing about bowlers. They're always going to get the last word because they'll take your wicket, punks.
They could possibly take your wicket. You're acting like it's a guarantee. Come on, man.
I'm just here to see the Siraj meltdown. Oh, you missed it a few overs ago when Vihari dropped a catch in the slip.
Oh, yeah. The Siraj meltdown already happened.
He gave him the stink eye. He's ticked right now. He's gonna get some sledging going on, some bowling sledging, which you don't see too often. Oh, he wants everything. I love it. The nonstop appeals are fantastic. Siraj is getting up a cool 50. And he got to 50 faster. It wasn't against Joe Root, thank goodness, but he got there faster than Joe Root.
Siraj with a 50. Told you. He beats Joe Root to the milestone.
That's the second time an English batsman, one for Joe Root, one for Bairstow, where they've hit the ball and it deflected and hit them in the back of the leg.
Dude,
second time in like 4 overs.
Inside edge. And poor Lord Siraj couldn't get the wicket.
Oh, he fished that one out. That was a nice Yorker. Fished that one out, Bairstow did. Man, he must have got his eyes checked. He must have got some new contacts or something because he's just unbelievable.
Oh, Han Solo. Oh, Han Solo. You just, those are fighting words.
That missed that stump. Oh my gosh, by like an inch.
Nick, I don't think that Han Solo, he's off Team Gabe. He's off Team Gabe. Are you serious? Jordan is officially better than Lord Siraj now? Really? Chris Jordan? Really?
Jordan is an England bowler, and he couldn't dream of getting a 4 in England.
Look at that. See that face? That's the face I give my students when they told me their dog ate their homework. Especially since most of the homework is digital these days. It's not on paper. I still love when they give you that excuse. My dog ate my homework. Dude, it was a Google form. What do you think? Come on. You got to be kidding me.
Seriously. Hey, sorry about beating Savannah in fantasy last week.
Ooh.
Even though she doesn't pay attention to any of it.
Oh, dude, she sets her team at the beginning of the week. And she's like, dude, you guys are so bad. I just set my team at the beginning of the week. You guys making all these ads and drops. I don't even have to. And I'm still in the pack because my team is better. And she does got great players. I've been trying to get Otani off her forever, and she won't trade him. Otani.
I barely squeaked it out. I needed a 5 home run Sunday performance to squeak it out.
Ooh. Siraj's middle name is Hootie. Siraj. Hootie.
Yeah, I was in your ship there, Han. I was in Millennium Falcon. Take that. A thing of beauty. So much fun to be in there.
Dude, wasn't it the best ride ever? I told you. It was so... I would go back.
I think Smuggler's Run is better than Rise of Resistance.
Really?
Yes.
Wow. Okay.
Smuggler's Run is awesome. You can go as a whole family and interactively do different things. I mean, now it's funny, though, because you think like you push the buttons, it makes a difference. Yeah. I was in one where like we had a single rider, so you just jump on with a different family. And the girl did not know how to go to light speed by pulling the lever. It still went to light speed.
It still goes to light
speed. Still. Easy there with the spam. Bye.
Yeah, England definitely runs easily.
Rise of the Resistance was a fun ride, but it's like that ride's on crack, man. It guy does so many different things.
It is.
There's a ride very similar to what Universal Studios called Transformers. You should check that one out. Very similar.
Dude, I haven't been to Universal Studios in over a decade.
They didn't have the Enterprise at Disneyland, Han Solo, or I definitely would have been on the USS Enterprise. That's awesome.
Did they ever even have a Enterprise ride? I don't think so.
You know what? They actually had. Did I ever go on it? They had an experience here in Vegas on this trip for the longest time. And I think it was like I did go on it. It was years ago. So I've been on the Enterprise. It was an Enterprise experience, like Star Tours almost.
Look at that. Once again, Bairstow seeing the ball very well. Just defends there against Siraj. Not Siraj. Jadeja. And, dude, his maturity is just impressed.
Dude, Bairstow might get to his half century before Root does. Root's at the nervous 49s right now. Is he going to blow it? Only time will tell.
Gabe, Nick, are you guys doing a review for, what's it say?
For the squads for ODI and T20. Not sure. We literally just got back into town. We went on separate trips. but we both got back into town last night. So we haven't even planned, what's going on in the future, but you never know. It's a big possibility. We keep saying this, but we finally have some free time ahead of us the next few weeks. I don't know if Gabe's doing any more vacations here or there, but I am chilling and maybe get ahead of some of this stuff. I'm not sure if we'll do one for the ODI T20 squad series. We might, but we're definitely going to be doing some more live streams the next few weeks here in the month of July, doing some more breakdowns, cricket convos, R3 wickets, all that stuff.
Look at that. Just Bairstow just nonchalantly, hey, that's going down leg side. He just uses his pad to deflect it. He visibly looks different, doesn't he, Nick?
Yes, 100%. He keeps using his body right there. He's like, I don't care. Hit my leg.
Just nice and calm. Cheek. Nice and calm. I love it.
And Root did not get to his 50. The over is done.
Oh, boy. Oh, boy.
Why does Gabe keep calling his visits to Alcatraz vacations?
Actually, Han, I've been to Alcatraz. It's a really
I'm sure you have.
You've ever been, Nick? It's a cool experience.
No, I've never been to San Francisco. Never.
Dude, you should let me know next time. You guys, you and Jody have some time. Benny will hook you guys up out there, Don't go at night. And Savannah said just don't go at night. But it's a cool experience, man. San Francisco is pretty dope. They got great food on that pier there. And then just the history of the Alcatraz Island. And then you got to take a boat, obviously, over there. And when you see it, there's no way those guys swam out of there. There's no.
I've seen that documentary. That's crazy.
There's no way.
All the experts say there's no way, but there's some evidence on the contrary. Did Joe Root do it? He got to his 50, his half century against another Lord the Kerr. And what else is new? Joe Root scores big. Talking about food, Gabe, man, I think I put on like 7 pounds on this last week. And I wasn't trying to put on weight. How is that even possible?
Dude,
how do you just eat like American normal and you gain that kind of weight in a week?
Dude, because all that stuff is garbage. I put on a few out there in Santa Barbara. But yeah, man, it's you eat all kinds of trash and it's eat all late. I don't think I worked out more than I golfed and then I went on a bike ride on the tour. But other than that, I didn't go to the gym at all. It happens. You know what? I want lots of homeless people there. AKR, I'm not sure if you're actually from the States, first and foremost. And even if it is, it doesn't matter. Because I would say a lot of Americans also believe that because of social media and the way it's portrayed. Here's the reality. Are there homeless people out there? Absolutely. It's not as crazy as you see on the internet. They find like the one section that there are
desperation throw.
And then they, what I mean? They overemphasize it. But you would think you're tripping over homeless people out there in San Francisco. No, you're not. It's the same thing. And I was there recently. No, you're not. You know what I mean? And
where's Skid Row at? Is that in LA?
Skid Row's in LA. That's a different part. And it's like in New York, we got homelessness pretty much everywhere in America. Even though, funny enough, Nick, I told you, Savannah's family is like from this small town in Santa Barbara called Carpinteria. Population is like 14,000. Like her grandfather's like the unofficial mayor of Carp. He was one of the first guys there. After he played pro soccer, he bought himself a farm, and he's got himself like like establishing deep ties into this community. Anyway, it's a small beach town. People come down to vacation, whatever. And as I'm driving around with her nephew yesterday, he's like, "Oh yeah, those are our 3 homeless people." I'm like, "What?" And he's like, "Oh yeah, they made their way down here, and they've been down here for like a couple months." And I'm like, "Wait a minute. You guys know like the homeless people on site?" And he's like, "Yeah, there's 3 of them." Like that town is so small that everybody knows everybody. That the vacationers know, they come in, they come out, but then everybody else either knows each other or is related. So if there's some people out of, out of place, like that been there too long, and they already know them by sight. I was like, that's ridiculous. 14,000. That's a small place, bro. It's I could not have grown up there. I would have been in so much trouble. So much trouble. Listen,
no.
One high school, one middle school, one elementary school. It's brutal, bro. They've got 5 cops in the town. That's it. It's like, are you serious?
When do you not get in trouble? Ellen DeGeneres is getting booed. Are you calling Joe Root Ellen DeGeneres?
Is it more than 5, babe? Okay, how many? Because every time we drive by the little police station, I only see like 5 cop cars out there. Oh, the other one
has some on patrol.
Okay, what would you say the police force is of Carpinteria, my love?
Maybe like 15.
Like 15. My apologies, 15.
You were off by times 3.
15 cops. The point is, that's how small this place is. You know what I'm saying, dude?
How dare you disrespect the police force?
That the cops would, like, when they would, do kid stuff like break-ins and, shoplifting and little things, the cops would see, like, whatever, and go wait for them at the house. Like, we know where you live. I went to school with your mother. You know what I mean? Like, it's that small of a place where you couldn't go. It's hilarious. Yeah, Savannah's uncle Eddie was a cop out there. So it's like, when you met, so like, come on, guys. You know what I'm saying? It's hilarious.
They would just look at us and be like, really? This is what you're doing?
Is there a resemblance to Joe Root? I hear a lot of people say there's a resemblance to Ellen DeGeneres, whether it was Justin Bieber back in the day. There's a few others. I don't know why she is chosen as the one, because she has short blonde hair. I have no idea.
Not even a little bit.
Well, I mean, I can see a tad.
Not even a little
bit. But I can see a tad. Joe Root, another boundary there off Jadeja, and quickly he's got 6 once he got to his half century. He had the guys with the green berets on their heads with the stumps and the cricket ball. That's pretty funny. That was just a ball. I'm surprised he didn't do more with that. He got a boundary, but I'm surprised he didn't park it. Craig Ferguson's looks more like Ellen. I don't know about that. Is that a nose joke right there? Is that what we're saying here? Is it the nose and the blonde hair?
96 runs off 134 balls, Nick. This is the partnership. We talked about it. It is not looking good for India right now.
Gabe, what's your Twitter and Instagram ID? It's I can't umpire.
You shut your mouth. You shut your mouth. Well, we got 2 Twitter handles. We got the Boring Review Twitter handle, and then we've got the Cricket for Americans Twitter handle. I don't have Instagram, actually. Nick has the Boring Reviews Instagram. He runs on Insta. Like, dude, I'm not good with social media, man. I cannot keep up with it.
I'm not good either. What are you talking about? I'm horrible with it. Every once in a while, I'll post pictures on there.
I need to be better about it, but I am not good.
We're just not social media of that kind type people. I mean, nowadays, the biggest thing, whether it's TikTok or Instagram, is just to do little dances to music. I'm never going to be doing that. Yeah, I'm never doing that.
Actually.
So
I do dance, and I'm a really good dancer, but I'm not doing it for social media. What, are you kidding me? Could you imagine?
You're a good dancer? I want to see some video footage.
You want to compare? I got video footage of our dances at my daughter's.
No, I'm not saying I'm good. I'm just saying you can. You just literally said on YouTube, I'm actually a really good dancer. I just don't do it because I don't want to. And so I'm asking the question. I want to see some video evidence of this. That's all.
Well, salsa and Spanish music, yeah, I'm good at salsa and merengue, bachata.
I want to see it too.
Wow.
There you go.
Background.
You're the one that said it. I will say 1,000,000 times over, I cannot dance. I have no rhythm, not whatsoever.
Just kidding.
I'm just saying. I'm sure the skills are there. I just want to see it. I still haven't seen the boxer pick that you keep promising me,
dude.
All these years.
You know what's funny? We were just talking about that the other day. We're going through docs. Not just like there's we've got pictures of all the kids and everything because everything is digital. but like hard copy photos or whatever, they're like somewhere in our storage or whatnot. We got to try to get those downloaded and put them on digital form, because after a while, you know, photos start like degrading and stuff. And
yeah, that sucks. I have a bunch of digital photos on an old computer that I can't get turned back on, which really sucks. Before I started my Google Photos. Google Photos is the best thing ever now, but it sucks when you have those pictures that you can't get to.
You should talk to Alice. She might be able
to talk to Alice.
Oh yeah, her and Savannah are friends. They hang out.
So this match is lulling me to sleep. We gotta get some wickets here. Gotta get some wickets. 206 for 3. England, these two guys. I mean, I called it right when I came on when they were both in the single digits. These guys are the biggest wickets of this match right now. Joe Root's 57. Bairstow's 39. They could both easily get to centuries and put this thing to bed if they want to by tomorrow. But we've got to get some action here. I'm getting nervous. Absolutely.
I mean,
now again,
partnership.
Again, they're in England. You expect England to take care of business in England. They're nearing that 100 partnership. They're not there yet, but they're nearing it for sure. Definitely get nervous. Got to get some wickets. They haven't gotten some wickets in how many overs? 20 overs or something like that?
Easily. Easy. What's a fast leg theory?
Leg theory, like from byline, but with the bullet, well, I guess they're Pacers and byline too. The Gabe theory. Bouncer it up, baby. You got at least one each over, right?
Oh, yeah. Light them up like a Christmas tree.
Look at this guy. He's got like 19 different bats. Did he break another bat? What is going on here?
So Nick's point, Nick is correct. Joe Root at 58. Bairstow at 39. So they are 3 runs shy. Make it 3 runs shy of a century partnership. Who dropped the catch? It was Pujara, right? That dropped
Bahari.
Who dropped Joe Root. Big drop there. Big drop.
Have you heard the new league West Indies are starting called the 60-60? Oh, gosh. The trophy is named after Chris Gale, the Universe Boss Trophy. Gale is also an ambassador for the league.
Love it. The Universe.
60-60. 60 balls, that's all you get?
Oh, my.
That's just like the T10 leagues, right?
Ooh. Pant tried to do a Spider-Man there.
It wouldn't have been a wicket, but it would have prevented at least 1 run. They got 2 off it. Could have been worse.
Did it bounce before it got to him? It looked like if he would have picked that.
I think it did. But it was also way to his left there.
Bairstow now at 41. Oh, daddy.
I thought in byline, Han, they just called it leg.
No. Did it hit the bat though? It would have been.
You're right. It was on his glove.
It was his glove, yeah.
Ooh.
But that was just a tough chance. If it did flick the bat, it was a tough chance. Couldn't quite tell there. As you guys saw in our series of umpiring, I'm not the best. Still better than Buckner.
He was elite.
Did it hit the bat? No. I think it went off the pad.
Yeah, I went off the pad. But see, that's the thing. That's what's tough about being a fielder in tests. You could have 20 overs and have nothing, 30 overs, nothing come your way.
Right.
But you get that one opportunity. You've got to make the best of it. And unfortunately, Bahari just couldn't do it. Right? I mean, you're in the slips. I'm assuming your captain has confidence in your hands and your reflexes. It's just unfortunate. Steven says off the bat, man, you got amazing eyes.
If it was off the bat, that makes it even worse. It kind of looked like it flicked the bat, but I wasn't sure. But regardless, man, Pat made an unbelievable diving effort for it. That's the one. They just showed the replay. That's a that needed to be that needed to be taken. Oh, Bahati. An embarrassment, Nick.
Why doesn't Kohli bowl? I don't know. He was a bowler at one point. I'm not sure.
That smells like desperation if you're looking for Kohli to bowl. Just say it.
Let's see. In his bowling career, in tests, he's got 0 wickets. He's bowled 11 innings. 0 wickets. That's why he does not bowl. At least in tests. In T20, he's bowled 12 innings, got 4 wickets. He got 4 wickets in ODI, bowling 48 innings. Jeez. His average in ODI is 166.
Oh, my.
Goodness gracious.
Nick, will Bairstow get the 50 here?
Yes, that is a positive.
In this over?
Not in this over. It is 211 for 3. 211 for 3, or as they say on the other side of the world, 3 for 211.
So they've got Jadeja in there right now.
Yeah, he's not going to get 8 runs off Jadeja. Root defends that first one. Ooh. That's going to get Bairstow on strike.
I heard about this, Han. There is talk that this batch of balls are duds and they lose shape after 30 overs. More importantly, maybe, and I forgot where I saw it. I think it was on, obviously Twitter because I don't have Insta, whatever. But somebody was mentioning something about balls in general in cricket, Nick, and you know how in baseball is a big thing, right? The juice ball, they keep changing the balls or whatever. And let us know, is that becoming a thing in cricket where now the balls, some of them already are beat up, so those new balls aren't doing what they're supposed to be doing? You can't take wickets with them. And if so, is it the Kookaburra ball? Is it the Duke's ball? Because in American baseball, we have a big issue with the balls. They are not being produced the same, and you get different results from the balls. Let us know in the chat. Thank you. Appreciate it. Thanks for joining the stream.
Yes, mad respect there. Root's back on strike. He gives it back to Bairstow with that single. So Bairstow's got to get 7 on this last ball, Gabe, to get to his 50 off Jadeja. Ha! I was right about something.
Well, you know, broken clock's right 2 times, at least 2 times a day there, Cotton.
Hey, it's early for us here in the States, so I'll take it. I saw that duck animation, at least one of them, in one of the videos we reacted to. I liked it. I wouldn't mind seeing that as well, but none of these guys are even qualifying for a duck, unfortunately. Oh, I think I see Boomerang warming up the old arm.
Oh. The story here is that the senior guy who made the balls for Dukes quit, and the replacement can't produce them properly. Interesting.
Who allowed that guy to quit? Come on, people.
Dude, it's a thing where, you know, it affects and impacts the game so much, in baseball especially. And man, they've got to do better about controlling that as a body. I would say cricket should actually control the production of the balls. You know what I mean, Nick? The quality of the balls, because it is, at least in baseball, they're talking about it. Have you heard about that now? They're actually going to start, the union is fighting to get them to take control of the production of balls. I didn't even know Major League Baseball didn't it. Why wouldn't you, you know what I mean, produce your own balls? That is so dumb.
Contracts, businesses, companies, all that kind of stuff.
But if you're not producing, you know what I mean, a quality product, why do we got to stick with you? You know,
because they're a huge corporation and they're going to say that the balls meet their standards that they have and blah 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 blah. Listen, when you get rich, especially in this country, your privilege you've allowed yourself is to have other people do stuff for you. Let's be real. When people get a lot of money, they hire the nannies, they hire the personal chefs, they hire personal trainers. They have not just a manager, but they have a publicist and they have an agent. I mean, it's all about getting other people to do stuff that you don't have to do. That's the plain and simple right there.
Yeah, but if it's going to impact the game where the players are complaining about it because they see the difference in the balls, then we got to make sure. Bouncer there by Boomer. See, Boomer still brings that, and that's what, you know, you got to throw those bouncers. You got to use that pace.
See, I'm surprised with how careful Joe Root's been that he would even go after that. There's no bat on it, but that he would even swing at that.
He just missed it, yeah. But
I agree, Jihan. They should use standard balls for all matches. I absolutely agree with that.
Ooh,
another one. Jeez Louise. So close. Boomerang. It's been 4 balls in this over and 2 of them back to back.
Well, they said, interesting. The Duke's balls are made by hand, so human error is always a risk. Yeah, for sure. If they're made by hand, human error is always a risk. And there's got to be some kind of quality control, man, to make sure the balls are done properly. That is interesting, dude.
Yeah, Civil Raul, I would disagree with that. I mean, I would agree with that. Yes, it was day 4 that England's really bounced back. But England started playing well before we started streaming. So I'm just saying. First 2 sessions, they did pretty well. But yes, it's unfortunate. It's absolutely unfortunate. But that's cricket. You got to bring your best every single day. And you got another squad on the other side playing at home who knows how to play at home. You know, they're going to bring their best. And you got 2 of the best batsmen in the world right now in this partnership. Is that Shreyas Iyer with the big old hat? I love it. Yep, that was a long time ago, Han, but I remember that. Hand-stitched, handmade balls. It's over for India. Oh, wow. You give it up sooner than I have. They survived Boomer's first over. There's a few close balls there. After these 2 guys, it's Stokes, right? And he could take them home himself. But then after that, you got Billings, and then you got the walking wickets. These 2 wickets are so big, and they have survived this entire 3rd session after tea so far. If they survive this day, then it's really, really tough for India. But like we saw right after tea with that new ball, boom, 2 wickets. One was a run out, but still. Anything could happen. England's got a 59% chance of winning this outright. Here's Shami. Let's see what he's got. He's bowled 9 overs so far, get up 33 runs. Pretty close to the same economy rate of Boomer. He doesn't have the 2 wickets. Shami's due.
He is indeed.
I agree, Jihan. It's too early to give up just yet. Right now, it's just a percentage game. It's just who has the best win percentage at this point, but that can change in a wicket. So that's just predictions. Nothing's guaranteed right now. Am I the only one who has lost complete interest in cricket? Tom Curran, I don't think you're the only one, but I have not lost complete interest, not whatsoever. But I do feel like a lot of fair weather fans have definitely, at least maybe in our circle, and it's probably Gabe and our fault. Who knows? But they have lost some interest in it, I would say. But there's still so many fans out there that absolutely love cricket and
boom, there's
are
another
still
boundary.
going for it. He's close.
Now he's close.
He's very, very close.
Now I would look at those stands. Look at those stands. They are absolutely packed. And I will tell you, at least here in the States, right? That's a good indicator that there's still a lot of interest in the sport, because at least there's way more TV viewership than live viewership. You know what I mean? It's just a reality or whatever. You know, the Marlins have 30 people in the park. Okay, I'm exaggerating when I say 30 people, but
Have a lot.
Same thing with Oakland, but people will still watch them on TV. So, as long as you have that, where you have, the stands full, that bodes well for the game. Now, Test, again, just compared to T20 in general, isn't as popular because it's just so long. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. It takes a special kind of fan to be a big fan of Test. Bairstow is sitting on 47. We're looking at definitely 100 partnership now. We're looking at possibly 2 half centuries going on. Joe Root's quickly gone up to 65. Tom Curran, the GOAT. Yeah, the negative sense. Come on, Shami.
Oh, I love this comment. If England lose by 35 runs, they can blame it on Stuart Broad. Never live it down.
If they lose by 35 runs or less, they can blame it on Stuart Broad. Whew. Minatium says he agrees. He hardly watches any cricket matches now.
Ooh.
Oh, my goodness gracious.
That's interesting.
I understand that they're listening for the sounds, the umpire does, but I'm always amazed at how they just know right away that, there was no nick on the bet.
Yeah, because that looked really close.
Yeah, there was some space there after second watch, but still, some of them are really, really close. Yes, Brad Pitt's the coach of the Oakland Athletics. But yeah, that's the team in Moneyball.
Soon to be your Las Vegas Athletics.
I keep hearing that, and I keep hearing different snags in the plans there. They're asking for a boatload.
They're asking for huge. And I mean, they're gonna get it done eventually. Bro, I was shocked. They said last year, because remember the year before that, the Raiders weren't able to actually have any home games because of COVID. But last year was their first full season. And I heard something crazy. Like they had a 200%, 200%, not 100, 200% rise in attendance. Practically every game was sold out. And the amount of revenue generated at the new stadium, ticket sales are way more expensive than they were in Oakland. If you've been to the stadium, my gosh, a slice of pizza is $7 over there. They made so much money, you'd be crazy not to get out of that dump in Oakland. Crazy.
Well, I also heard that Las Vegas, money-wise, last year was the number 1 or the top 5 sports city in America.
Yeah, dude, it's ridiculous.
This is a city that no sport wanted to come to because of the gambling and whatnot for years and years. And now what we got, LeBron's talking about wanting to bring an NBA team here eventually, right? We got the WNBA team. We got it's not an MLS soccer team, but we have a soccer team here. We got the Raiders, right? We got the Golden Knights. I mean, geez Louise. Anyways, 223 for 3. No wickets have fallen. We will let you know if a wicket falls. Boomer's bowling here in his 11th over, if my eyes are working correctly. How many more overs do we have today? Can anyone let us know about that? When Vegas runs that Formula One race next year, it's going to make a lot of money.
Oh,
Vegas,
I'm so excited for that.
Vegas is really, really good at tourism. Vegas brings in tons and tons of money. And now that the pandemic is in the rear view mirror as far as masks and closing things down and limited capacity, Las Vegas is just booming. It's just out of control right now. It's really good for the economy here. I'm excited for that station casino that's opening just down there off Durango at the 215, Gabe, because they're going to have a movie theater there.
Oh,
You're talking about how close we're going to be to that. I've been telling Jody, because they are just starting construction. I was telling Jody, can they just build like a full-on movie theater first, open it up, and then build the rest of it? That would be nice.
You can't
start with the theater first. There's a boundary. The root's at 70. This is getting out of hand. Minimum 6 overs left. Is there anyone here in the chat that has watched this entire day of play? That would be impressive. $15 overs per hour, 6 hours, 90 overs. Yep, that sounds about right. Finally, a dot ball there. Jeez Louise. Major Merck says, of course, the entire day. Oh, he's probably going to get that century, but will he get it today? Only time will tell. They need 150 more to win. Oh, my gosh. Indy, you need a wicket like there's nobody's business. I've seen so many matches like this that when they get to the 220s, they get to the 230s, wickets start falling. So let's see if this is going to follow that. Ends on a dot ball. Boomerang does. 43 runs, 2 wickets so far. Someone else has got to step up bowling-wise.
Tim, how do you think the Knicks did with all their first-round picks? Nothing. They're trying to clear cap room because they think they're going to get Kevin Durant, which right now will tell you is not going to happen because the Knicks are cursed. The Knicks are cursed. They're going to just...
Did Kyrie already agree to stay with the Nets?
No, Kyrie got traded to... Oh, no. He's getting a trade supposedly to the Lakers, but he did not agree to stay with the Nets.
Yeah, I heard a rumor. They always got to do the Laker rumor, right? I heard, what if KD and Kyrie go to the Lakers?
Oh, my gosh, bro. I will hate life, so I will refuse to watch any NBA games at that point.
Wow.
Done.
The Lakers have done super teams before, and they fell in the past, so it's not a guarantee.
Dude, there's a team with LeBron, Anthony Davis, Kyrie Irving, Kevin Durant, and Russell Westbrook. Really?
Westbrook was trash last year.
He played like trash because what? He was on a bad team, but Westbrook still. The Knicks would take him in a heartbeat. You know what?
Yes, the Knicks would.
I'm so angry.
The Knicks would. When you get really sad throughout the long NBA season, do you just start watching the Lynn Sandy documentary to make yourself feel better? Because that was pretty cool.
He did have a run there, didn't he?
Yes.
That's how sad New York is, bro. That we had that one glimmering moment, Linsanity, and everyone lost their mind.
Oh, because it was out of control.
It
was really a 4-week period, right? He had a decent season. I looked at his numbers. He actually, points per game wise, that was one of his weakest seasons, believe it or not.
It was just like a 6-week span where he was insane and won games for the Knicks. And that's how thirsty New York is for a winner. It's ridiculous.
Oh, and they all showed up. They were ready for it. But he only played one season for him. That's what's so sad about it.
Dude, he cashed in, though. That's one I myself said he's not that good. Please don't give this dude a
he got
deal. And he got a big deal out of somebody. I forget who it was.
The Rockets.
And, bro,
he actually got 2 big deals. He got 2 of them. He ended up making over $65 million in his career.
Wow, that's insane.
It's awesome.
to goes from sleeping on Carmelo's Anthony's couch
Yeah.
to making $65 million. Holy cow.
Yeah. We got 25 left in the chat. It's like when the bar's closing, we got our regulars here straggling around. We appreciate that.
Always.
Han Solo says, I have to admit, I am torn on which CFA host to root for. On one hand, Nick knows not of Airwolf, but Gabe is a blasphemer when it comes to young guns. You have quite the measuring stick there. I will have to get learned about some Airwolf.
Here's something I can speak about intelligently. Gabe, Nick, how good are the Toronto Blue Jays? Everybody is crazy for them, but I've never watched their games, so I have no clue. The Toronto Blue Jays are, and there goes a 50 for Mr. Ronnie Briscoe, his 24th.
24th.
50. I'm telling you, this guy has really matured. Good for him. Good on you, kid. Good on you.
Well, hold on. The people in India are going crazy for the Toronto Blue Jays. That is so random.
Well, maybe I think Boomer's in Canada, isn't he?
Oh, okay. I was gonna say what? Yeah. Keep going.
And here's the thing: they've got what we talk about legacy players. They've got some legacy players on their team who are baseball royalty, right? Bo Bichette, who's Dante Bichette's son. They've got Vladimir Guerrero Jr., who's Hall of Famer Vladimir Guerrero.
They had Kevin Biggio, but he's not doing nothing.
He's not as good. The biggest issue with them is they got Alejandro Kirk, who's really good. They don't have the pitching, and their young arms just aren't holding up. But and they're also in the toughest division in baseball in the American League East. So good luck. It's the same thing with your Padres. The Padres could play in any other division, but they struggle against the Dodgers. And they're in the division with probably one of the best teams in the major leagues, if not the best team, the Dodgers. You know what I mean? So it's tough. It's tough.
Yeah, the All-Star break is super late this year. I'm not sure why it's so late this year.
The
Padres, they got 4 in Colorado, which they can't win a game in Colorado to save their lives. Then they got like 4 against San Francisco, and it's just like, gosh. They're limping into the All-Star break. They need the All-Star break. There's no tomorrow. The Toronto Blue Jays, the thing about them, Boomer, is they have a history. They won back-to-back World Series in 92, 93. It doesn't happen too often in baseball. They and that really got things going, and they went to like oblivion for like 10, 15 years. And then since what's his name? Home Run Man. Bautista, right, came back in and was hitting 50 home run seasons and whatnot a few times. Really got the excitement going. And then they're at, was it Rogers Center or whatever? A lot of home runs go. But now they have a team that is mostly complete. Gabe's right. The pitching they struggle with, but they still got Gosman. They got a really decent closer. They got serious batting. They got the legacy players. They got exciting players. They got guys who are like going to be voted into the All-Star game for popularity. A lot of good things, and they're giving the AL East some fits. They should be able to get in through the wild card, and after that, anything's possible. But they still might be about a season ahead of where they're going to really start to dominate, in my opinion. But a lot of excitement, and they're like that. They're like the New Zealand Test squad or whatever. Nobody hates the Blue Jays unless you're in their division. They're just they're a club that no one has any problems with. People are rooting for. I don't know if they remember the Joe Carter days of hitting a home run off Mitch Williams or whatever in Game 6 of the World Series. But a lot of fans like myself root for them because you don't hate them for any reason.
Not at all. And I actually like the Blue Jays. Even though I'm a Yankee fan, I love Bo Bichette. I think he's one of the best shortstops. I can appreciate he's good. You know what I mean? I can appreciate his game. And I also love Vladimir Guerrero Jr. Plus, I'm Dominican. You know what I mean? Like the guy is he's a beast. Benny actually took a picture with Vladimir Guerrero Jr. because my brother Benny played college ball and he knows a lot of ball players or whatnot, and he knows Vlad's agent or whatnot. And so they've taken a picture together. He's not that much bigger than Benny, actually. He's yoked, bro, but he's not that much taller than Benny. And but he's got really good hands. Super cool dude, bro. And when I tell you he's hood, because for a guy that's making money and your dad's a Hall of Famer, he hangs out like in Dominican spots in New York, in the Bronx. I'm like, really? But he's like, those are his people. Like he says, nobody's gonna hurt me. I'm in the Bronx, and I'm in Dominican. No Dominican's gonna hurt me. I mean, that's like, I'm beloved. And when he goes in the city to go play the Yankees, he will go to like the barrio, bro, and it's just crazy. This is Dominican restaurant. Cool.
Oh my goodness gracious!
Oh, Johnny Bear.
As if India bowlers and Siraj were not being bullied enough. There's a 6 from Bairstow.
Oh, Bairstow. Johnny Bairstow pumps Lord Siraj, and I mean, this is rough.
That was just too easy of a shot for him to take. And Bairstow always has those 6s in tow.
He's got easy power too. Look how easy he. Oh my God! Why? I just missed that pun.
I thought it went past you.
You're the worst. But look how easy he didn't even extend. He just extended his
arm. Let the ball do all the work. Yep. And that's way over his head.
I mean, he's got power. Wow.
That's a wide. Siraj can't even get to his 10th over yet without getting destroyed. That's over 6 runs and over.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, Bairstow's waiting for that one.
I'm from Flushing. Stop it, Queens. Psh. Dude, that fake imposter team on the other side of town.
Oh, my gosh.
Not impressed.
It's funny to see the heat that Yankee fans feel when the Mets are somewhat decent.
Whatever.
Because other than that, they didn't even realize that they're playing baseball anymore. But when the Mets are somewhat decent, the Yankees fans, they start squirming. They start hating. It's awesome. Ooh, nice little athletic play there. Unfortunately, the throw is not good enough for the run out.
Yeah, I'm like, who? What's funny is I didn't realize, bro, the Mets have a higher payroll than the Dodgers. That Russian billionaire lost his mind. And this is what's really crazy. He's not upset, but because of the whole, July 1st being National Bobby Bonilla Day or whatever, and the stigma around it, he's trying to buy out the contract from Bobby Bonilla. He's like, yo, I'll pay you the money cash. I don't care. And Bobby Bonilla's like, absolutely not. You know what I mean? Like, insane. You know what I mean?
This is my income.
Well, think about it. You take that money up front, they're going to bang you for those taxes right up front. I'll take $1 million a year as opposed to whatever is left on that, 15, 20 million. But the guy said, I'll write a check ASAP. What is it? And he's like, no, but this Russian billionaire's got dough, bro. And he's just trying to buy anyone. I'm like, wow, you're out of control. You're out of control. Now I know what the rest of the league felt like, Nick, for years when the Yankees just opened up the checkbook and said, what do you want? Because,
Well, and so far it's working for the Mets because they are in first place.
He's disrespectful. He literally said, oh, Aaron Judge is going to look good in Met Orange next year. That's disrespectful, bro. You know what I'm saying?
I love it. I hope he gets them. The Yankees The Yankees would have no one to blame but themselves. They're not going to let that happen, but they would have no one to blame but themselves. And you know it's true.
No, there's no way.
And you're hating on that because he hasn't signed a deal yet. And now you're getting nervous.
So nervous. I am
because you gotta assume that if they haven't signed a deal yet, there's a chance they might be looking at the trade deadline.
Bro, no joke. No, they're not going to trade Aaron Judge. They offered him a contract. He just turned it down. He said it wasn't enough.
Of course he did, because they couldn't get it done beforehand.
He wants Trout money. And the Yankees are like, listen, $400 million is a lot of money, bro. And the Russian billionaire was like, what was his quote? He said he'd look good in Met Orange. Aaron Judge deserves to be the highest paid player in baseball. So he's already saying, yeah, I'll give you Trout money. I hate him so much, Nick. I
don't know how he can afford it. I really don't. Miniteam, you're right in most of those fronts, but the Yankees are the best team in baseball by far. So unfortunately, This year, it's not going to work out. Unfortunately.
Easy there. CSK won a championship 2 years ago. You watch your mouth when it's in the team.
2 years ago. How'd they do last year?
Yeah. We don't talk about last year. You know what I'm saying? Oh, man.
Oh, you are so lucky they got that championship because you've been looking at 3 years in a row. Nothing for you as a fan. You just because of that championship, you can walk around the streets of Chennai without too much of a disguise.
Even the West Indies, you know what I'm saying? West Indies have their moments. The Knicks just have no hope at all. Just none. So bad being a Knicks fan. I'm gonna burn my Knicks jersey. You ever seen those when people just lose their minds and burn their jerseys?
Yes. That's ridiculous.
That's happen one day because I'm just so.
Well, we've seen when like people in India like are burned like entire like made up statues of certain players, right?
That's what we need to do. Burn a James Dolan statue. Gee.
Oh my gosh.
It's embarrassing.
Violence is not the answer. With that hit on his pad, on his glove.
Johnny Bairstow. And punches that away for another boundary. Oh,
it's just
Bairstow.
India has no answers right now. And this is where, even though they're still 140 away, this is where you're not seeing any light at the end of the tunnel. You're just not seeing it. These two guys have put England on their shoulders. And England's had a great day to who was that? Was that minute team? Someone's point earlier about how we jinxed them. No, Silver Raul. They my gosh. They have really put the team on their shoulders and they just dominated in this batting performance. This is one of those where you're just like, you got to tip your cap to them because they are unflappable. Yes, Ibrahim, we mentioned this comment earlier. Appreciate that. The 60-60. Very interesting. I'm not sure why. I mean, in a world where we have so many domestic leagues, international domestic leagues, whatever you want to call them, I'm not sure why we need yet another one. I was curious, has the 100 started yet? Because that started last year in June. Did we miss it? Has it already been going on? I haven't heard anything about that for the season. Is the 100 coming back again? I'm not exactly sure. But that was the recent newest thing last year. We have different countries starting their own, premier leagues in T20. I just don't know if we need it, Mr. Gabe.
I think I gotta agree with you there, Cotton. 1986 was the best year. Please, 1986.
That was a good year for the Mets. Absolutely.
Yeah, for the Mets. The miracle Mets. That's how bad it is, Knicks. They know it was a miracle. They absolutely know it was a miracle.
Well, that was 69. That was 69. That was a miracle.
Trash. Trash.
The amazing Mets.
Trash. Ugh.
Well, what does your man say over there on the radio about Darryl Strawberry? Yankee. Doc Gooden, Yankee.
All time. We've been customers for years. What is that?
Are you watching ads right now?
I don't know what happened. An ad just came on.
The 100 will start in August. Okay. I wonder why they pushed it back. It was June last year.
Nick, for fun, we need to react to that YouTube video, dude, and put it on because we mention it all the time and just throw it on the channel just because it's the best rant of all.
Unfortunately, they wouldn't know most of those references.
It is the best rant of all time, the greatest rant of all time, because it's just imagine you've got two franchises that are in different directions, but they're in the same city, right? So the Mets have always struggled while the Yankees win championships. They always come up with superstar players, whatever. And the announcers actually work in the same booth. One works for the Yankees, one works for the Mets. And the guy has the meltdown of all meltdowns, guys. And I just think about it and I laugh.
It's hilarious. It's a great one.
Hodges.
It's one of the greatest rants of all time, but it does help to have some baseball background knowledge.
We need some context on it, but it is the greatest rant. I would love to see like a cricket pundit lose it like that. Just lose it on air. And you know what I mean? That would be the best. Who do you think?
My stream stopped.
Oh, don't worry. You just missed. Was that a boundary there by one Mr. Joe Root? No, it wasn't.
There we go. I thought my phone died for a second.
Sometime this month, August. But yeah, for sure. It's just, dude, one of the greatest rants of all time. It's hilarious. It is hilarious. Matter of fact, Nick, when I feel bad, you know what I want to do? What I do? You said when the Mets do well, you know what I do? I watch that video because I know how it always ends up for the Knicks. So for the Mets, okay, always.
See, Han Solo, that's where you're wrong there. That is one of the greatest moments of baseball history, just that call. The shot heard around the world. But if I'm not mistaken, that's when the Giants were still in New York. So I had no hate on them then. And that was way before my time. My worst memory is the fact the Giants won 3 World Series in 5 years with no superstars on their team.
Are you
great pitchers?
That pitcher,
no superstars.
That pitching staff was elite.
Not on their offense.
No, the pitching staff was elite though. Holy cow! Bumgarner.
And they got the best years from Bumgarner. Jeez Louise.
Yeah, sure. They had one of their best pitching staffs. And that's just going to be a single there.
The thing that really burns Gabe is in the last 12 years, the Mets have been to more World Series than the Yankees have.
In the last what?
12 years.
No, they haven't. No, they haven't.
The Mets went to 1. The Yankees have been none. When's the last World Series they went to? They lost in 08. They won in 09. And have they been back to a World Series since?
Didn't they? No, they went in 2010 against the Mets. They beat the Mets in 2010.
No. They won in 2009. They didn't play the Mets, goofball. Let's look this up. New York Yankees. They beat the Phillies, I believe. Or the Rays? No, they beat the Phillies in 09. New York Yankees World Series appearances.
Complete.
Yep. The last time was 2009. Like I said, man, I love being right.
Against who?
That's when they won, 2009 against the Phillies.
Phillies. And when did the Mets go? I don't remember the Mets going more recently than that.
Didn't they go recently? Or maybe I'm thinking about the NLCS when they lost to the Cubs.
Yeah.
I thought they went like one miracle year.
The year they went was against the Yankees. It was a Subway Series, and the Yankees beat.
That was in 2000. That was in 2000.
So that's the last time the Mets were there.
Yeah, 2015. I was right. Are you not entertained? Are you not entertained? Once again, I am correct.
2015. Who'd they go against?
I don't know. Let's see.
Oh, I think that's a Red Sox year. Oh, gosh. I think I boycotted that year.
No. Kansas City Royals.
Oh,
Kansas City Royals.
The Royals won that year. Nick,
really?
Sell out tomorrow. All tickets are free.
The Army Army is going nuts right now. Absolutely nuts. They're both in the 70s for crying out loud, Gabe.
That's how quick.
No, that was a good ball by Boomerang, but they just got an answer for everything. Jeez Louise.
And I'm telling you, Bairstow has been the change in this team, along with the captaincy of Stokes, because Root's been doing this. Root, people could say what they want about his captaincy, but Nick, Root carried this team for about a year and a half. Century after century, he was doing his thing, and he just couldn't get any help. And now, you got a healthy Stokes, and you got a mature, because it wasn't like Bairstow wasn't healthy because he was in the games. He just wasn't playing this way. And now he's got help. And that, just a difference 1 or 2 players make is amazing, isn't it, Nick?
Yes. It's absolutely out of control. Han Solo, you're wrong. They've been to 2 World Series. It's still embarrassing. But they were in 84 against the Tigers as well. And in 2 World Series appearances, the Padres have won a total of 1 World Series game.
And who was that other
They've
World
lost
Series
8.
appearance again? I forget.
The Yankees and the cheater, Derek Jeter.
Oh, easy there. You watch
Everyone knows he cheats. Everyone knows that he used his God-given talent, and that's not fair. So he's a cheater.
I have to say, easy there. That you're talking about. You're walking on shaky ground there, man. Listen, the man's a national treasure.
Well, he's not. In your mind and in Yankee minds only.
Nick,
No one even talks about Derek Jeter anymore. Nobody besides you.
What movie is that? What movie is that from? Listen there, easy there. The man's a national treasure. You about to cross some lines there, boy.
I don't know.
Tropic Thunder, man. Oh, dude.
No.
Dude, that's so
You're out of
exciting.
control. You're obsessed with that movie. Yeah, if it works.
So I felt so bad for Gwen in 1998. Yeah, you know, Tony Gwynn was a monster, man.
Yeah, it sucked. And game 1, I mean, I could talk about game 1 forever against the Yankees. They were in Yankee Stadium. Tony Gwynn was part of a back-to-back home run in like the first inning or something like that with Greg Vaughn. Back-to-back home runs. They were up like 3-0 in the 5th inning. The Yankees get the bases loaded. They bring in Mark Langston, who's garbage, and he right in the middle of the plate. Tino Martinez hits a grand slam, and that was the whole World Series right there. They did not look back.
It was the whole World Series, Nick.
It was were the Padres in any other game after that? No. It was the entire World Series. And that was the day my dad stopped watching baseball because of that middle of the zone fastball, 87-mile-per-hour cheese from Mark Langston, who had a pretty decent career. And that stumps right there. Bairstow and Root, I got to give it to you. You know, I still root for England. I got to give it to these guys. These guys were warriors. These guys came off after tea. India had all the momentum. All the India fans were excited. And these guys came in and they, as Gabe says, held court. They really took control of this match, and you got to give them the credit. England, they survived with these 2 guys right here, and they have a whole day to get, 119 runs, something like that. Unfortunately, you've heard it here, not first, but it's over, baby, for India. England has salvaged the series. It's impressive.
Wow. I'm not as quick to say they've salvaged the series, but it's not looking good there, Cotton. It's not looking good. Man, let's take our hats off to one Bairstow. Again, I'm not as impressed with Joe Root, and I guess that sounds silly to say, Nick, but you expect this out of Joe Root.
Because you're used to it.
Doing it forever. But it's Bairstow. It's such a change, man. It's such a change. It really is, honestly.
But not to shortchange the Crowley and the opener Lee, right? 56 and 46 for Lee and Crowley respectively. So you have 4 of your top 5 guys. 4 of your top 5 guys who almost all had half centuries. England is just really, and they took some serious wickets. They really, and it's crazy. Someone mentioned it earlier. 3 days, basically dominated by India. All it takes is one really good day in test.
You're absolutely right about that, Cotton. So I mean, we'll see what happens. I think that it'll make for an exciting day 5. I always love when there's a chance for a decision, but don't get it wrong. The draw was probably the most exciting thing I've seen in my life, and I'm talking about the draw between England and Australia during the Ashes. That was just a thing of beauty.
Yeah, I don't see a draw happening here. Not a chance. Not a chance. Let us know what you think in the comments section after we post this video or after it posts on its own. Thank you, everyone, for joining us. It's been a long time for us. We appreciate you joining. You never know. We'll come back on the next big match that we see. I don't think it's going to be this match because we're still going to be sleeping like babies when this one finishes up, as far as I know. But if somehow it's still going by the time we're in the third session, you might see us here tomorrow. We're going to be checking out different series. Let us know in the comment section what you want us to do some live streams on next. We got minor league cricket coming on right now. Not us streaming it, but it's happening currently. So maybe we'll check out some of those matches. We can get in touch with the TV and all that kind of stuff. But with all that being said, check out some other videos. We'll still have Cricket Tuesday going on tonight. Check out that video. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And with all that being said, until next time.
Fast 6 runs.